Let's meditate. Someone asked me a question. What's the meaning of life? He or she said that's the only question. I found that question was possibly triggered by the video where I said, be nothing, be everything. And be clear in our mind, or something like that. So, if we are clear in our mind, we may also be able to answer many, many, many questions. My answer to that was the meaning is something that you find. And you keep finding it. Maybe I talk theoretically or conceptually, which is not what I like, but in this case, the thought that popped up is the sentence I put in my third book, Results from the Heart, which says, use the brain and listen to your heart at the same time as much as possible, and live with the mission. So, again, if we know what it means, the mission is something that you find. I don't remember anymore why or how I developed that sentence, but the Dalai Lama commented in the foreword for the book, and that was precisely at the point, because I said, use the brain and listen to your mind, listen to your heart, and live with the mission. What's what I said and what the Dalai Lama commented was, use the brain, but at the same time listen to your heart and live with mission. When I read that, I knew precisely what he meant. But I didn't say that word at the same time. Because it's about alignment. He's pointing between the brain and the heart. I was orienting my thought in that direction, but I couldn't say it, but he pointed that out. I thought if we use the brain, of course that's good. And if we listen to our heart, that's good. And if we can come up with the mission, that's good. So that was good enough. And in fact, to listen to the heart when you use the brain, and at the same time to do that, is very profound. In fact, I was pointing that and more to discuss that. That was one of the key issues that I arrived at, and I'm going through that now. I have a sense, intuitive sense of how, and I have all the reasons. And practical sense of what it means. But talking about it's not so simple, but I'm gonna do it. So for example, right now, my mind is clear. So I can talk and I can think with my mind clear. Is it totally clear? I can only say pretty much. So using the mind or using the brain, and at the same time listen to your heart, is possible. But it's not all the time. But to me, it's pretty good. Even not all the time. Because what it means is that I get deluded every now and then, and I accept that as a human being with a brain, and brain may like hallucinate, like AI going this direction and that direction, just like a tree, branches growing and leaves into certain direction. But it may not be the right direction. It may turn out to be something you need to be careful at, but it's just the way we explore, the tree explorer. And when we use our brain to explore, we may make mistakes. But that's okay for me if we are being sincere and truthful and learn the lesson. CAPD, check, act, plan, do. Sila, Samadhi, Panya. To correct and keep on moving forward. So the mission is to make the most of potentials, capability we have and express it. Like a little kid may do this, do that. The kids may get their hand burned because they didn't check, they didn't know the plate was hot. But that's part of learning. From the baby, kid, as adult, we still go through that. We may be a bit wiser, but we still make mistakes. I was in such a state this morning in the bed. What do? Clear up my mind, connect it to my heart, and revisit and find the way, find the mission, why I'm here, what to do. So that's what I do, and it may sound very conceptual, but in practice I do every day, multiple times in a day. And when I do it, I'm nothing. I don't exist. My ego is gone. My mind is calm and clear. I get there. And then something happens from within. To settle and confirm the energy. From within. So be nothing, no ego, no mind, connecting to heart. there's panna, wisdom, that can pop up to confirm so that the energy, life energy, can be found. And sense the aliveness within. And mind clear. And I find a way. It may be a path, it may be a mission, whatever. And I move on. In my view, every human being with brain make millions of mistakes. We just learn how to realize a mistake, and with a clear mind find the path or the mission or the meaning of life, or why we live, by connecting to the heart. So it's like a pointing, be nothing, no ego, no mind. Connect to everything, surrounding and inside. Connecting to a heart and find the path or the mission or the meaning of what to do, how to live. So by being sincere and truthful and continue to find the state of samadhi, no mind, no self, to find panna, the wisdom, or practice CAPD over and over. We find the mistake, correct the mistake, find the path, find the mission, find the meaning, and move on. So what's the meaning of life? It is to be realized. It is to be realized by each person, even with all the cells in the body. I'll say a few more things. The delusion is part of the process. Accept it, and we'll find a way. Like our whole being get reorganized when we are in that state of samadhi. So no worries. Go through the process. Keep on finding the meaning. And I like to say, appreciate this miracle of life, have fun in the process, and wish may all beings be happy. If there's no alignment, we revisit, go through the same thing over, and over. Have a good day. I think that's the response to that question.